Welcome. In this playthrough of Marvel Champions, a card game, we continue on with Scenario 3 of the Galaxy's Most Wanted, with Venom and Captain America going up against the Collector again. So for our campaign instructions, we are revealing there is no escape side scheme. For other items, we didn't have any additional cards noted in the cards in the collection, and we did not defeat the Badoon Headhunter, so not adding any more cards there. So this version of the Collector has three main schemes we need to get through. We've got Escape the Museum, Galactic Artifacts, Ship Command is set aside for now, Standard, and the Menagerie Medley. For setup, put the Library Labyrinth environment into play and set aside the Ship Command encounter set. Then right now we've got the Missing Milano, threshold of 22, starting with 14 threat, Forced Interrupt. When the last threat is removed from this scheme, advance to Stage 2A. And the Library Labyrinth. This way, as a hero action, deal yourself a face-down encounter card, remove 5 threat from the main scheme, limit once per round per player. And then the Collector, we've got a scheme of 1, attack of 1. He gets +1 scheme, well, plus X scheme and plus X attack, where X is equal to the main scheme's current stage. Force Interrupt, when the Collector would be defeated, remove 3 threat per player from the main scheme and flip this card instead. 16 health per player. And when we flip, it's just got 0 and 0 for attack, so just getting the boost card. Collector cannot be defeated. When the round ends, flip this card and then set Collector's hit point dial to its printed hit points. And then there is no escape. Hinder 3 per player, 1 victory point, 1 defeated, deal 1 damage to each player. And for our heroes, going double justice. Venom, hero side, thwart of 1, attack of 2, defense of 2. Yeah, he can control 1 additional upgrade that has a restricted keyword. And Symbiotic Bond is a resource. Take a damage to generate a wild resource once per phase. Hand size of 5, hit points of 12. Flash Thompson is the alter ego. Still has the ability to control an additional upgrade with a restricted keyword. Armed and ready for setup. Discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a weapon upgrade. Then add that card to your hand in a hand size of 6. Got 2 Power of Justice, 3 Clear the Areas, 3 for Justice, 3 Think Fast, 2 Spycraft, Daredevil, Agent Coulson, Wiccan, and Jessica Jones. And for our basics, we've got our 3 resources, Helicarrier, Nick, Ironheart, 2 Endurance, and then our Grand Strategy, which we purchased. Captain America, hand size of 5, 11 hit points, 2 for Thwart, Attack, and Defense. I can do this all day as an action. Discard a card from your hand to ready Captain America. Limit once per round. Hand size of 6 on this side. Recovery of 3. Living Legend. Reduce the cost of the first ally played each round by 1. And for setup, search your deck and discard pile for shield upgrade. Add it to your hand and shuffle your deck. And his Justice cards. 2 Power of Justice. Heroic Intuition. Sense of Justice. 3 for Justice. 3 Impedes. 3 Running Interference, then Speed, Jack Flag, Quake, and Spider-Man. And basic cards are 3 Resources, Helicarrier, 2 Downtimes, Mockingbird, Lockjaw, and the Power Unleashed. All right, finish shuffling up our encounter deck. Then we're going to draw our cards and extra gear. So Flash is going to get 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I've got Run and Gun, Daredevil, Run and Gun, Spider Sense, Think Fast, and our Grand Strategy. That's a keeper. Spider Sense, why not? And we'll pitch the other 4. So we've got Nick, Wiccan, Energy, and Strength. And we're going to go looking for a weapon. See how far down we have to go to find one of those. Found our multi-gun. Then on this side, 6 cards also. And then he gets to go find his shield. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Fearless Determination, Shield Toss, Helicarrier, Power of Justice, Quake, and Agent 13. We'll keep those. I hate pitching the helicarrier, so I won't. All right, so Spider-Man, shield block, and energy. And then we go Founder Shield right there on the bottom. Our first ally play is going to be one cheaper, so we're going to bring in Nick Fury. Use his ability to draw 3 cards. Behind enemy lines, Power of Justice, and Spycraft. Then we're going to bring in our multi-gun. Hero action, Exalt says, choose one of the following. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Choose a player, deal a damage to each minion engaged with that player, or remove 2 threat from a scheme. Then we're going to bring in our Spider Sense. Hero interrupt. When the villain initiates an attack against you, draw a card. Flip to our hero side. As a hero action, draw up to your maximum hand size. Remove this card from the game. So 6 more cards for Justice, Endurance, Spycraft, Jessica Jones, and Genius. Then we'll bring in Jessica Jones, thwart of 1, attack of 2, 3 health. She gets +1 thwart for each side scheme in play. Then we're going to play Endurance, play under any player's control to give him +3 hit points. We're going to give that to Steve, taking him up to 14 health. All right. Thwarting for 2. Thwarting for 2. Thwart for 2. And attack for 2. We're going to go ahead and bring out the helicarrier. As an action, exhaust that, choose a player, reduce the resource cost of the next card they play by 1. We'll go ahead and use that to bring in our shield, which gives us +1 defense and retaliate. Flip on over. Bring in Quake. Thwart of 1, attack of 2, 2 health. After minion schemes, exhaust her to deal 2 damage to that minion. Going to attack for 2. Going down to 12. And thwart for 2. And we're going to do the ability here to remove 5 threat from a scheme. Leaving 1 on there. We just want to keep it in check. And we're going to hold on to our shield block. Ending our turn. So drawing 4 more cards. Got some downtime. Power of Justice, Mockingbird, and some more downtime. And over here, Project Rebirth, Power of Justice, Think Fast, and a pistol. So 2 threat. Initiate attack over here allows us to draw a card, clearing the area. Nick is going to defend. He's going to be a base 1, 2, since we're on stage 1. It's 1 + 1, so 3 damage hitting Nick. Then attacking over here. It's going to be 2, just 2 damage, which we'll just take. And retaliate for 1, down to 11. Deal out some encounter cards. Philosopher's Stone. Hinder 2 per player. When defeated, the player who defeated the scheme may draw 2 cards. So it's coming out with 7 threat. And a Crystal Ball. Hinder 2. When defeated, the player defeated this scheme may play a card from their hand, reducing its resource cost by 3. So coming out with 7. And a Servant Bot. Attack of 1, scheme of 1, 3 health, guard and patrol. So we can't attack the villain or go after the main scheme until we deal with him and pass first player. All right, we're going to bring out Mockingbird. Thwart of 1, attack of 1, 3 health. After she enters play, stun an enemy. Then attacking for 1. And attacking for 2. Then we're going to thwart for 2. Discard a card to ready and thwart for 2 more. Then we'll make the next card played over here one cheaper. Thinking Fast. Take 1 damage to confuse the villain. Down to 11. Then we're going to give us our pistol. When you use one of Venom's basic powers, exhaust his pistol. Venom gets +1 to the power for this use. Then we're going to bring in Project Rebirth. As an alter ego action, exhaust this. Choose to either draw a card or heal 3 damage from Flash. Then she's thwarting for 4. To take care of the Philosopher's Stone. When defeated, the player who defeated the scheme may draw 2 cards. So this goes to the victory pile. And we will draw 2, finding our other pistol. So that's going to... Ooh, Coulson also. What we're going to do is take a damage to create a resource. Then multi-gun for 2. And attack for 4. Down to 7. And ender turn. Keeping Coulson, getting 4 more. Savage attack, run and gun, and for justice. And over here, shield block, or serum, both serums, shield toss, and impede. So 3 threats. Attack over here, lose stunned. Attacking over here. Jessica, no, we're just going to take it. Base 1, 2, 3, additional card, 4 damage, down to 6 health. Oh yes, when we got attacked, we drew a card into behind enemy lines. Then encounter cards, Sonic Ghost, Schema 2, attack of 2, 4 health. When revealed, you are confused. If you're already confused, take a damage. And Impossible Geometry, Insight 1. When revealed, you're confused. If you're already confused, choose and discard a card you control. And pass first player. All right, we're going to make the next card we play over here one cheaper. To do a Savage attack, deal 5 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using only energy resources, the attack gains overkill. So 4 damage there, 1 breaks through. We are going to take an encounter card to remove 5 threats from the main scheme, which will empty this one out. So we're lost in the museum. When revealed, put the set-aside Milano support from the ship command encounter set into play under the first player's control. And that is going to allow us to exhaust it to generate a wild resource for any player. Then on the back side, max of 30, lost in the museum. It's going to start with 22. When the last threat's removed from this, we go to stage 3A. So there's 20 and 2. Then we are going to attack for 4, taking him down to 2 health, and then deal 2 damage, which is going to remove 6 threat from the main scheme, and flip him over. Then we're going to take a damage to create a resource, so we can run and gun, ready Venom, in each weapon upgrade you control. We will remove 2 threats. And thwart to get rid of confused. Flip over to draw or heal 3 up to 8. Then on this side, going to bring in our serum. Exhaust this to generate a physical resource. Then we're going to use the Milano. It can be used for any player to generate a resource along with that. To bring in our other serum. And we're going to thwart to get rid of confused. Discard a card to ready. Thwart for 2. And take an encounter card to remove 5. And she will thwart for 1. And end her turn. We're going to keep Coulson. Draw to think fast, get another encounter card, and draw 4 more after we do some shuffling here. So we're going to get at least 5 encounter cards. Probably not the best plan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ironheart behind enemy lines, run a gun and clear the area. Then over here, Fearless Determination, For Justice, Running Interference, Heroic Strike, and Steve's Apartment. So we're going to get 3 threats to start with. Scheme over here, Lose Confused. Attack over here, we're going to take it, so it's just going to be 0 plus this. So 1 damage. And we retaliate for 1, but he's got infinite health. All right. For an alter ego form, exhaust your identity and the collector schemes. Nothing we can do about that. So scheming for 0. And he's going to get tough. Put 1 on there. Then we found the Badoon Headhunter. Scheme of 1, attack of 1, 7 health. 2 victory points in Villainous. And the Servant Bot, which we've seen before. Then Shadows of the Past, which we've seen before, and it's never good. So Baron Zemo comes in with Quick Strike. Scheme of 1, attack of 3, 5 health. While Baron Zemo is engaged with you, you cannot thwart. So we're taking 3 down to 8. And retaliate for 1. When revealed in player order, each player discards the top card of the encounter deck. It takes 1 damage for each boost icon discarded this way. So Flash is player 1, taking 1. And then he will take 0. And that gets 6. And we'll shuffle these 3 cards into here. Couple soldiers to keep us entertained. And then Star Shark. Scheme of 1, attack of 3, and Quick Strike. His attacks deal indirect damage. So we're just going to take it. Indirect damage. I can split it on among however we want. We're just going to take all 3 down to 5 and retaliate for 1. And pass first player. Then he's going to flip over. Gain a 16 health back. All right, Fearless Determination. Cap gets +1 thwarts till the end of the phase and draw a card. Genius. All right, we're going to make our next card 1 cheaper, then use these 2 to help spin for a Heroic Strike to deal 6 damage to an enemy, and we're going to stun that enemy. Stun him so bad, we're going to defeat the shark. Then for Justice, removing 3 threat from a scheme, 4 if we pay with mental. Attack for 2. Discard a card to ready. Attack for 2 more. Flip over. Use a Milano as a resource to bring in our apartment. So we can exhaust this to draw a card and heal a damage. So drawing into an impede. Going up to 6 health. All right, we're going to heal for 3. Up to 10. Flip over, multi-gun for 2. Run and gun for 3 to ready Venom and our weapon. Then attack for 4. Finish the headhunter off. That's 2 victory points for us. Then we're going to take a damage to think fast, or to pay for this, to take a damage to confuse. And end our turn. So we almost took care of all the stuff that came out. I'm going to keep Agent Coulson on this side and Impede on this side. So 5 more cards. Got our helmet, Sense of Justice, 4 Justice, Heroic Strike, and Heroic Intuition. Then Think Fast, Savage Attack, Grasping Tendrils, and Daredevil. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 threats starting out. Scheme over here, lose Confused. Initiate an attack, draw a card. Then when the villain initiates an attack against you, cancel the attack. So both these things trigger at the same time, so we'll choose the order. If you paid for this card using only physical resources, stun the villain. And that is a defense, so we're good with playing it. Then encounter cards. Hydra Soldier, Schema 1, attack for 2, 4 health. He's got guard, and when defeated, deal the engaged player an encounter card. And assign a ghost, so we are going to get confused. All right, we are going to attack for 4. Deal 2 damage there. Make the next card over here. We don't need to do that. First ally we play is going to be 1 cheaper. We're going to take a damage for a resource to bring in Agent Coulson. 4 to 2, attack of 1, 3 health. After you enter its play, search your deck and discard pile for a preparation card, which is right here. Then he's going to attack for 1. Then we're going to think fast, take a damage to confuse the villain. Then we're going to flip over and heal for 3. Use Steve's apartment to heal and draw a card. Power Unleashed, deal 5 damage to the villain and remove 5 threat from the main scheme. Remove this card from play, and that is not an attack. We are going to heal for 3 first, up to 10. Then flip over. Make our next card 1 cheaper using this serum. For Heroic Strike, which we've got to waste to get rid of this guy with guard. And that's going to get us an encounter card. Then Mockingbird is going to attack for 1 to get rid of toughness. Then we're going to unleash our power, dealing 5 damage to the villain and remove 5 threat from the main scheme. Down to 11 health. Since I haven't learned my lesson, I'm going to take an encounter card to remove 5 threat from the main scheme. To go to the last version, so when revealed, flip Library Labyrinth. So that is coming over to this. So hold on to your butts. Forced Interrupt. When the villain phase begins, choose 1. Saucy Milano, sign 4 indirect damage among players. or just assign 6 indirect damage among players. I'm going to place an acceleration token. Shuffle the remaining cards from the ship command into the encounter deck. And that's going to start with 16 threat on it. And as a first player action, we can use this to remove 3 threat from the scheme. So it comes in with 16. I'm going to play for Justice to remove 4 threat from the main scheme. Use Milano to remove 3. And bring in her helmet just in case. So when Captain America would be defeated, set its hit point dial to 1 instead, then discard this card. And hope we can finish the game next round. So 5 cards for Justice, Strength, Running Interference, Lockjaw, and Running Interference. And over here, Spycraft, Power of Justice, Savage Attack, Run and Gun, and Wiccan, and Locked and Loaded. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 threat. It's not what we want to see. Scheming here, lose Confused. Attack here, lose Stunned. Counter cards, only 4. Attach to your identity. Gets -1 thwart, attack, and defense. Hero action, take a damage, and spend 2 mental resources to discard it. Sign a Ghost, we're confused. Not good. Servant Bot. And a Magical Teapot. Player who defeats this scheme may heal 4 damage from their identity. Hinder 2, so coming in with 7. All right, with both of us confused. All right, so we're going to attack for 2 here. Discard a card to ready. Attack for 2 more. Play for Justice, just removing 3 threat from the scheme. Then use both their serums. Remove 2 threat from the scheme. Remove X additional threat from the main scheme, where X is equal to the villain's stage number, which I'm assuming is 1. So we're going to remove 3 threat. Down to 8. Actually, my bad. We'll play that one first to get rid of our confused, and then the other one to actually remove 3. So that fixed itself. So we've got 11 left. Use Milano to remove 3. Come over to this side. We're going to draw a card into the Helicarrier. Flip over, thwart to get rid of confused. She's going to thwart for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coulson's going to thwart for 2. And then we've got our multi-gun to remove 2 threat. And we've got Wiccan and a run and gun if we need to do some more stuff. So we got it done, even though it wasn't getting pretty there at the end. So Venom Cap. So they both had an XP from our last game. And then for this one, each of us gets 1 more XP or unit. Quarter number of units for our victory values, which is going to be 2 more. Then for every 2 galactic artifacts, side schemes, and a victory display, record 1 unit. We only got 1, so we're getting nothing. Then record the title of each galactic artifact side scheme in the victory display. So we're going to record that we got the Philosopher's Stone, and we did beat up the Badoon Headhunter. So that is it for Escaping the Museum. Next on the agenda is Nebula. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.